We're back. I'm excited. I know I always say I'm excited, but it's Placement Match A. We got a new group. How can you not be excited? This is the Manifold TCG Promotional League, round of 32, Group 5. I am Brad. With me here is Adam. Adam, what do we got?
Hey everyone. We've got Dylan versus Noble this time. So Dylan is on Jaliah Scrappy, a deck that's all about putting dice counters on your support characters and using Scrappy's white dice counters in order to fuel Jaliah's excellent energy ability.
Yeah, Jaliah rolls black when you resolve energy, which is awesome. And in addition to playing things like Radar Servo and Surveillance Drone, which are places for Scrappy to put your white counters, you play cards like Animus Golem, which lets you double them, Security Golem, who lets you be a safe place to put them, and it also gives you places to put your Energy Retracer and Orchestral Conductor decks.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And on the other side of the table,
we've got Noble. So Noble is one of our designers who's been playing the game since day one, basically. Noble is playing an EM-Urgent and Lysteria deck, which is one of my favorite things to do. Lysteria is awesome. She readies small support characters, and EM-Urgent activates them when you put attachments on them, which means you can play Spirit Binder Mage, put an attachment on it immediately activate it, ready it with Lysteria, activate it again. That's a giant pile of dice.
Yeah, ready is one of the most dangerous set of words in this engine. And Lysteria's balanced because she only readies a small thing, and then that thing is fragile. But if you're putting attachments or counters on that small thing, it rolls a lot of dice, and EM-Urgent gives you a lot of tricks to make that thing actually not be that fragile.
Yeah. And even if you just like have a Security Golem in play and then slam a too cute to die on it, immediately activate it. Security Golem is a bad example because he's shielded. Doside Thug. Then you're going from a small guy who you don't necessarily want to kill to I've already rolled 3 premium dice in one action. And
Noble is one of the favorites to probably win this whole tournament because Noble is one of 2 people who has previously won a tournament. And in fact, he won, I think it was PAO2.
I think so, yeah.
No, I think it was 1. I think he won number 1.
Okay.
But he did it playing Scrappy Jaliah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why Dylan opted into the archetype that Dylan is playing.
Yeah, so Dylan's playing Noble's deck against him.
Well, he's made quite a few changes to the deck list because he has a favorite card.
That'd be Velmer Intern, and that's his first play. Nice.
Yeah, speak of the devil.
Yep, it's a perfect intersection of support character and mechanical support for both his heroes.
Yeah, and you don't get to use the dice that you're going to put on it this round, but as your reward for that, it rolls a full premium dice and has 2 durability.
Very nice. So Autonomous Sentry Turret will be the rest of Dylan's gems, as Noble just activates EM-Urgent. And now we'll see what Noble's going to play.
We didn't talk about Autonomous Sentry Turret, but this is going to be important.
Yes.
Very important, because Noble is going to play a lot of 1 durability guys, like a Spirit Binder Mage.
Oh, cool. So, yeah. So Autonomous Sentry Turret, excellent against Spirit Binder Mage, unless it ends up shielded somehow. And I have a feeling... So, Noble's going to play Spirit Binder Mage, which plays a Proselytizer on itself. And then EM-Urgent is going to trigger, activating the Spirit Binder Mage. And then Proselytizer is going to trigger, which will play a Clothbound Apprentice, shielding the Spirit Binder Mage, protecting it from the Autonomous Sentry Turret.
Oh, yeah. Just like we talked about EM-Urgent doing a lot of work to cover up the weaknesses of Lysteria.
Yep.
And poor Dylan has the Autonomous Sentry Turret, but he doesn't have any other gems. So even if he takes off the shield, Noble's going to get 2 uses out of the Spirit Binder Mage.
Yep.
Oh, which means he's going to get 2 uses out of Proselytizer.
Yeah. This is such a cool, explosive start. And then, yeah, Lysteria is going to activate and ready that Spirit Binder Mage. Man, this deck's sweet. I also like that Noble, having played a lot of Scrappy Jaliah, knows exactly how his opponent's deck works. And so I think he's going to know how to play around it a little bit.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Noble is one of the front runners to win this event, but Dylan is a very competent card game player. He's a long-time Magic the Gathering player.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely believe that Dylan's going to put up a fight.
Oh, yeah. I just mean that Noble's deck requires him to play around this Autonomous Sentry Turret, and I just think Noble will be able to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, it's going to be hard not for me to do a bunch of Noble fanboying while we watch this. Like, you listened to I think it was Group 1 where we had Steven, and I had the same problem where it's like these two guys are very good. They've played a lot of Manifold.
Yep.
And watching them dance their objects around their opponent's removal and dance their dice around their opponent's shields is just a great feeling.
Absolutely. I fully agree. So Dylan will roll the last of his dice this round, unless, of course, he tactical re-rolls into energy and then, rolls some more black dice. But that's the last of his objects. So green counter here will be placed by Jaliah, removing 2 green dice.
Oh, yeah. We should talk about the green dice.
Yeah.
Very often in Scrappy Jaliah, there is inspired on Jaliah. Very often when you see Jaliah, she has inspired.
Yeah.
Because she needs 2 dice of the same color.
Mm-hmm.
And so you want the extra green. All right, I'll do my thing later.
Yeah. So this Spiritbinder Mage activation will get another Proselytizer trigger, which will let Noble play a Docide Thug, trading with that Velmer intern. Very nice. And he spent 2 gems to kill a 1 gem thing with a dice counter. It's an even trade, but the fact that he's getting extra Proselytizer triggers is so good, and something only this deck can do.
It is so hard to get extra gems in Manifold, and even if you think of Spiritbinder Mage as not an object, as a vehicle for the Proselytizer,
sure,
this is still Proselytizer, Clothbound Apprentice, and Docide Thug, which is 7 gems worth of objects.
Yes, and he still has 1 more gem left.
I don't think he's going to use it.
Yeah,
but man, if there was a Protection of Leaf followed up here,
yeah, that'd be so nice. So Noble's going to resolve his damage. Looks like he's going for Scrappy first. That's cool. A lot of people go for Jaliah first. Like you said, usually you put Inspired on Jaliah to have that double green dice, so she just powers herself. But by putting Combative on Scrappy, you end up. You still have 2 green dice because Scrappy rolls green, but you also make it so that when Jaliah dies first, you have as much saved up on Scrappy as possible. And if they go for Scrappy first, then you have Jaliah's energy ability for the entire game. Both situations are much better than Jaliah with Inspired dies immediately, and then you're out of gas.
Yeah, I think it's an excellent development, and I think we're going to see a lot more of it going forward. I think this technology has been unlocked, and this technology is the new normal.
Yeah. So it looks like Dylan's going to get 3 damage in going for EM-Urgent first. And Noble's thinking about digging in somewhere or another, I believe. No, he's just going to deal 2 more damage to Scrappy. Okay. So Dylan will then dig in on Scrappy. Great.
So the Spiritbinder Mage found itself shielded again.
Yep.
So Dylan can start the round by activating an Autonomous Sentry Turret and taking that shield off again, but that gives Noble a third activation of a Spiritbinder Mage and a Proselytizer.
Yes, it does. Noble dealt 8 damage. Dylan only dealt 3. So damage differential wise, it's clearly favoring Noble. But if Dylan's able to kill this Spiritbinder Mage, it'd be really good for him. I don't know how he's going to do it necessarily. A second Autonomous Sentry? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Noble's the Spiritbinder Mage is still shielded.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 of these can gun it down in back-to-back actions.
Yep.
And then Noble's still going to make a bunch of dice. Noble's still going to have a great round.
Yep.
But it might be the last good round that Noble has.
Yeah.
If these Autonomous Sentry Turrets kill everything he plays for the rest of the game,
yep,
Dylan can absolutely not lock him out because there's security golems and stuff like that, but you can force Noble to play the kind of cards that you can beat.
Yes, I agree. So Noble will notably not use Proselytizer's trigger just now, and will instead...
Okay, so Hidden Blade plus EM-Urgent is a swift activation.
Very
We've seen
cheeky.
that in EM-Rilo all the time, but here...
It will swiftly activate Lysteria, which means Noble gets another activation out of this Spiritbinder Mage.
No, and the Lysteria rolled a shield.
Oh no! Which means that shield will keep the Spiritbinder Mage alive through this Autonomous Sentry Turret.
And
That's
Dylan
insane.
is angry.
That's insane!
Oh man. Dylan can handle it. Dylan is friendly playing a game, angry. Yeah, I promise you he's not being a bad sport here.
That's awesome.
But holy cow, is Dylan doing exactly what he's supposed to do, and it's just not working.
Yeah, because the whole point of swiftly activating Lysteria was getting 1 more activation out of the Spiritbinder Mage. Now Noble gets another one here, and potentially more in the future.
Right, and we talked about how going into this round, Noble's still going to have a good round, but it might be his last good round.
Sure.
Well, now next round gets to be a good round. And that might be his last good round.
And
But the game might be over after that.
Yup. Wow, that's awesome. So, Blessing of the Cloth here will be added to EM-Urgent, immediately activating him. Dylan will... if I know Noble, I know what's going to happen here. Autonomous Sentry Turret's going to take off Spiritbinder Mage's shield. Does Noble have another Clothbound Apprentice? Oh, he doesn't. Okay. I was worried this activation here would play another Clothbound Apprentice shielding the Spiritbinder Mage again.
Yeah.
That would be...
You do have a finite number of them.
Yeah, you do. Unfortunately for Noble.
All right. Does Dylan have the Thug? And he must not, because he would absolutely be slamming the
Docile Thug would be so good here, eating that proselytizer.
Yeah, but instead he's going to play like a security golem or
sure.
some scrappy Jaliah card.
It's still good. Or he won't play anything because none of his cards cost 2 gems.
That is how that looks.
Yeah, okay.
He was forced to make the 4-gem play, because the 4-gem play is how he's going to take control of this matchup.
Yep.
And it just didn't do its job.
Wow.
Although he is probably going to draw a couple more cards this turn too.
Sure. So Dylan will modify 2 into modify 2 and 2 damage.
Okay, so maybe he's not going to draw.
Yeah, maybe. He probably... Yeah, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what he chooses to do with his dice, because that'll matter a lot. Noble, on the other hand, has a pile of dice.
Jesus.
Yeah, that is a lot of dice, and that will, I'm sure, turn into a lot of damage once he tactical rerolls a couple times and modifies. That many purple dice never, or always ends up being a lot of damage. Note also that Noble has 2 energy set aside, and Lysteria has EE shield 2. So this Spiritbinder Mage is, in fact, still shielded.
Oh, boy. Yeah, and you know, same as we saw this round, Dylan can spend next round taking off the shield, and then...
Noble will need another trick.
And even if he doesn't have another trick, he gets to use his Spiritbinder Mage, and Lysteria can just do something else next round.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. So Sabotage will eat Dylan's Modify, and Dylan will probably just... I think the rest of those dice over there are damage. So he's just going to do like 6 damage or something to EM-Urgent. On the other hand, Protection of Belief will eat Dylan's damage. Dylan does have the Docile Thug that he just drew just a little bit too late.
And he's thinking,
no.
He's thinking, I know I'm supposed to take the shield off the Spiritbinder Mage, but like that's not doing anything. Do I just kill the Apprentice? And the Apprentice doesn't do anything. Okay, fine.
Wow.
So he has shot Spiritbinder Mage 4 times.
Yup. And still around. Noble will modify into some damage, take off Emergent Shield, and chunk for 7 damage, it looks like. Unless Dylan has something spicy.
Oh, and Noble's saying, I can reroll this black, I can activate my Clothbound Apprentice, I can find lethal.
So Dylan will choose to dig in on, I think that's what where that shield is from. And Noble will just take it off, deal some damage. And yeah, Noble could sack the Clothbound Apprentice, tactical reroll until he's got 2 damage, but he's going to elect to just not do that.
All right, so with the help of the Thug, the Spiritbinder Mage is finally unshielded.
Yes.
It finally dies.
Dylan will be able to kill the Spiritbinder Mage right now if he wants to.
But Noble just finds himself in the same position you find yourself in at the start. I guess no. Dylan has an autonomous sentry turret, so Noble is under pressure to try and get value out of his Lysteria.
Yeah.
It won't be free.
All right. Autonomous Sentry Turret will finally take down the Spiritbinder Mage. And roll some dice. Energy, modify 2. Great. That's all you're looking for. All right. What is Noble going to build next? Because his deck is really all about building up a small character to be just big enough of a threat that you gotta like put resources into killing it, so that he can then play another one and, keep readying them with Lysteria.
Yep, and Lysteria only really pays half a dice for her ready ability. So even if you're just making a premium dice,
you're still
she's
very
good.
happy.
Yeah. When you're making 2 premium dice and a gem.
Then she's very good, yes. EM-Urgent just rolls 5 premium dice on his own. Yeah, and also remember, Dylan dug in there, which meant he dealt 0 damage in round 2.
Yeah,
because he had like 6 damage lined up or something.
Well, he had 6 until the Protection of Belief,
Yeah,
and then he had 2.
I think it was 4.
Okay.
I saw green dice.
But if he had opted to resolve his damage, Noble gets to dig in on the Spirit Binder Mage.
Exactly. Yeah. Rock in a hard place. Energy Retracer here is going to eat Noble's blue dice, meaning that Docide Thug and Energy Retracer are both powered up a bit.
Yep, and that's the kind of high power play that Dylan's going to need in order to get back into this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
He does have the tools. Energy Retracer and Orchestral Conductor are huge.
Oh, yeah.
Animus
Continue
Golem
training,
has the
Animus
opportunity
Golem.
to really cheat.
Yes. Dene Mines here will trade up quite a bit into that Autonomous Sentry turret with a white counter on it. That's a real nice Detonate Mines right there. That is.
Yeah, whenever you spend your 2 to kill their 4, you feel pretty good. And a 4 that they put additional investment into.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, yeah, Dylan's going to need another mechanical object if Scrappy's going to put a dice counter on something to be rolled this round.
I'm reasonably confident that there's an Animus Golem in Dylan's hand.
Sure. So now that Noble is using all his gems except for a blue for something.
Which does represent Excommunicatus.
Excommunicatus, yep. Noble's going to Energy Retracer right back, putting purple counters on it and this Clothbound Apprentice, which will get readied by Lysteria.
Yeah,
Great.
that's enough that it gives you her dice.
Yes. Yes, it is. Turns out you can just activate Clothbound Apprentice and not sacrifice it.
Yeah. You cannot activate your locales, but you can
Sure.
activate all your structures that don't do anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Or in this case, your boy that doesn't do anything.
All right. Does Noble have the Excommunicatus? Because here is an Animus Golem.
You saw Animus Golem when Brian was playing it. This card is a fan favorite. It doubles the number of dice counters you put on it.
Yep.
It has the opportunity to get gargantuan.
Yep.
And Scrappy puts 2 white counters on it with no more gem investment, and those white counters are very powerful in Jaliah decks.
Yep. So 2 white counters going to be added to this Animus Golem,
Hopefully.
I assume.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, there's a dice. Great. And Noble's not going to just immediately kill it. So Noble doesn't have Excommunicatus in his hand. That means this game is really exciting.
Yeah. Dylan got really the short end of the stick in the first 2 rounds. But this is a game that Dylan could win. He's got to make up a lot of ground in the life totals.
Yes. So it looks like Dylan's going to put 2 green counters on Animus Golem here. And then we're going to activate the Animus Golem and roll a whole pile of dice.
Yeah. And Noble's showing 10 damage there.
Yep.
He's got the double energy, which is going to be worth a shield.
Yep.
He's also going to shield his Clothbound Apprentice, but it's only 1 shield on his hero.
So EM-Urgent isn't currently shielded. That's okay. Dylan's not currently representing lethal damage on him or anything. Actually isn't. But this... Yeah, I'm curious what all Dylan's able to get out of these dice. Because he's going to need to tactical reroll a number of times. He needs these dice to be very good right now.
And these white dice are capable of showing 2 damage on them. Because
Yeah.
they're capable of showing energy, and energy is 2 black dice.
Yes. Yeah, and so it's actually fairly reasonable to to use a black dice to modify one of your white dice into energy just to roll 2 black dice.
Yeah.
So like Dylan has a lot of churning to do going through his dice. If he wants to, tactical reroll a bunch, do a bunch of bunch of energy.
Looks like he just resolved a bunch of green 1 damage dice.
Sure.
So he's not getting as greedy as he can possibly get.
Right. 3 damage to EM-Urgent after a couple more. Puts EM-Urgent to 6 and Scrappy to dead. Scrappy will probably be turned upside down or moved away or something like that fairly soon. I guess we'll see. Jolly is going to take 4 damage here, going down to 12 health, going into... Yeah, I think Noble's not doing any more damage. So Jolly will be at 12 health going into round 3. And let's see if Dylan's able to kill EM-Urgent. If he's able to kill EM-Urgent, that's huge.
Yeah, but EM-Urgent's got 2 shields to contend with, and Dylan has 5 dice. So, I mean, this EE can be 2 shields worth of damage. It's 1 shield worth of damage. It's not very likely that EM-Urgent dies.
Noble's is going to dig or shield. Oh no, shield.
Yeah, resolve the
EE. Yeah.
I think it would be absolutely reasonable for Dylan to decide I'm just losing and I need to gambit, but he goes the other direction
And just digs in on Jaliah.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's readying a Scrappy, and then he thinks better of it.
Yes, Scrappy is in fact no longer in play. So let's take stock. 22 health on Noble's side, 12 health on Dylan's. Not great there. But Dylan has a shielded Animus Golem.
Yeah.
With counters on it already. And that can go sky high.
And that's got to be the plan.
Yeah.
Right? You need like a continued training or back alley deal or a Kestrel Conductor or Energy Retracer. But that's a lot of cards. I just said a lot of card names.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways that this goes well for Dylan. I did not see any of those cards in his hand.
Yeah,
as
fair
I was
enough.
glancing at it, but
he'll also roll some green dice.
Yes. All right, 4 gems for Dylan will be a
circus,
a Velmer Circus, putting 3 white counters on Animus Golem. That's sweet.
4. This was something the card got rephrased.
Oh, did it get rephrased?
Yeah. And we're playing on the new words. It doubles the number of dice counters put on it.
You say so.
I'm reasonably confident.
All right, cool.
I believe he's going to roll 7 white dice here.
That's really cool. Yeah, that's this. So this isn't growing as much as he possibly could.
Well, no, that was only 6 white dice.
You are right that the mass production version is worded as twice the number of counters to put on, but that printing says that many plus 1.
Yeah.
So they probably just read that.
Well, and it doesn't say that many plus 1. Oh, you have it on the screen. The reason for the change is the language on the screen, which we can't actually see, so I can't actually read to you.
Yeah.
Was not considered clear enough.
Yeah.
And we labored over how to make it clearer, and we struggled to do that. So we just conceded if it does the other thing, it's really easy to make it clear what it does.
Yeah. So in the future, Animus Golem's even stronger than it is as these players are currently playing it. As it is, it rolled 5 or 6 white dice and 2 green dice, and that's really good for what it is.
How did it get its 1 green counter? Oh, no, it has 2 green counters because it rolls white naturally. Yeah, okay, sorry.
Yep. All right, so we're going to be rolling out some damage here. Noble was probably hoping to roll, like 4 modify, and now modifying to 8 damage, and now, he's getting close to killing Dylan real quick. But that's blue, green, and a couple purple dice isn't going to kill your opponent very quickly. Yeah,
you hit the nail on the head. The purple modifying is how you would make that happen.
Yep. So instead, Noble's going to roll a bunch of shields and draw and stuff, and this round will take a little longer because I am expecting. I do think Noble is trying to win the game this round.
Yeah, and I think Noble is trying to wait for Dylan to spend his gems.
Sure.
Because Noble can just pile attachments on this Clothbound Apprentice and get double uses out of them, but he doesn't want to do that when he's running into Declaration of Wars or Dosad Thugs or whatever.
Well,
but now that it's just double yellow, I think the coast is clear. Well, never mind.
Yep. We'll see. Yep, Clothbound Apprentice is just going to roll its purple dice. No, maybe not. I guess we'll see. Does Noble play any Spiritbinder Aspirants in his deck?
I don't know. We had the deck list up earlier.
Yeah.
I think the answer is no. I'm going to click a couple times and find it.
Yep.
He does. There's 2 of them.
Spiritbinder Aspirant. And the reason it's in this deck is when your opponent goes shields down, spends all their gems, it can really go off. So I think he's thinking about playing. I think that's what he's planning on doing with these 3 gems. That would be a cool way, a cool direction for this game to go. Nope, continue training is just going to put... Okay, great. That's fine too. Black counter here on this Clothbound Apprentice will immediately get Detonate Minds, so that's all for the continue training. But that does mean that Noble will get double value out of this black counter.
Yeah, and the continue training would have put another purple counter on.
Oh man.
Yep. Dylan spent all his gems, and Noble's like, great, coast is clear. I'm gonna roll, what is this, four dice.
Yep.
3 premium dice. And then he's gonna get to do that a second time.
Yep. So ready it with Lysteria. Yeah, because Noble was really just waiting to load this guy up as much as possible. And that's what this deck does. This deck in Noble's deck with Lysteria sitting there, any random small character is a deadly weapon or can become a deadly weapon.
Yeah, and if these guys played 10 games
Mm-hmm.
in which Dylan played an autonomous sentry turret in round 1 and round 2. I believe that Dylan is going to win 5 or 6 or 7 of those games.
I agree.
But this is not one of those 5 or 6 or 7.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it will be, no.
Yep. Noble just shielded their triggers away for so long and then answered them both with detonate mines. And
yeah.
Oh boy.
That's crazy. And this is only it took so long to kill the Spearbinder Mage. This is only the second small character Noble's loading up.
Yep.
Like, it was... Oh. Anyway, Noble rolled a whole bunch of dice. I would be surprised if that doesn't turn into 12 damage. Noble's got modify 4 there and 5 damage sitting around.
Yep. And Dylan's in the middle of an excellent round, right?
Oh,
Dylan's
yeah.
going to deal 12 damage, 13 damage. But he's not actually going to get a chance to do it all because he's going to find himself dead before he gets to resolve all these energy.
Yeah, his first round was unfortunately, or first 2 rounds were unfortunately just anemic enough in terms of damage output. Like, if Noble was at 12 or 14, 16 health, whatever.
If they were racing to 12 here, Dylan could win that race.
Yes, absolutely. Unfortunately, that's not exactly the situation. Noble's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 damage sitting there.
And modify 4.
Dylan will tactical reroll. And how much damage does Dylan got over there?
I can't see what all of his dice are, and 2 of them are energy, but I think the answer is that he's showing 5 right now.
Sure.
And he has energy modify.
Yeah, okay. So, given time, this could turn into 16 damage, maybe 14 damage, something like that. With,
he hasn't even activated his Jaliah yet.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, he could have gotten greedier and like figured out how to put 2 blue counters on the Animus Golem.
Yeah.
But I really understand not doing that.
Oh yeah.
Noble had 6 gems up at the time.
Yeah. All right. So Noble's just gonna make 1 million damage, and probably start resolving damage momentarily. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah. Noble's deck makes a lot of damage. It's a very, very high ceiling. How about that?
Yeah. Lysteria effectively activating for 5.5 dice. She looks real good when she does that.
Yes. When Noble is able to survive 2 autonomous sentry turrets and then do this.
That was crazy.
Yeah, Lysteria looks unreal.
That Hidden Blade play in round 2 was just nuts.
I promise you, it doesn't always go this well. But luckily for Noble, it went this well. Dylan will successfully knock out EM-Urgent as Noble finishes the game. Good job, Noble. Noble will be going on to the winner's match, and Dylan will be fighting to stay in the group in the rebound match.
Yeah, God, that was so cool. Dylan didn't get to play in any of our PAOs, so this is his first tournament experience. And he didn't get the result he wanted, but I really think he's going to be happy with that performance.
Yeah.
Things just didn't quite break his way, but oh boy,
such is life.
That was a good fight.
Cool. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. It would really help us if you liked and subscribed to the video and this channel just down below. Our goal here is to get these videos to as many people as possible, and that's how you help us do that.
Yeah, this game is great. If you're watching, you probably think that this game is great. And if you want more people to play with, we need to show as many people as possible that this game is great. So you can just press a little button and spread that message.
Yeah, it's not even so much. It's not about our ego and seeing the number go up or whatever. This is actually about getting the word out to as many people as possible, and engagement drives YouTube content.
I do like watching the number go up.
Well, yeah,
sure. So throw me a bone.
Yeah,
I need it, please.
Yeah, sure.
Please, I'll beg.
Whatever argument gets you there. He will. All right, cool. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.